Now moving on to the midfield, if you haven't seen the defenders video, then it'll be in the link in the description, go and watch that one. I know typically people go with a 4-3-3, but that was mainly just because most of the teams, or at least the best teams in the league, were playing a 4-3-3, which, okay, yes, you can argue some teams are still playing that way, but I don't think it's as much as a like common formation as it used to be. I'm going to pick a 4-4-2.
4-4-fucking-2.
Now, I said 4-4-2, it could be seen as a 4-1-2-1-2, you know, a little diamond in there. And if anyone wants to talk to me about fucking balance, you need to get a fucking grip of yourself, because this is a hypothetical team. The 6, you know, I know he's not really played there as much this season. He can play there and he has had a good season. Now, don't get me wrong, I do think he is slightly overhyped, Declan Rice, and I think he's had a very good season. Yeah, but that's it. He has been one of the better midfielders, don't get me wrong, but yeah, I'm really not buying this hype. I mean, don't get me wrong, like I said, he deserves to be in this team of the season. He has had a good season and they have won the league. But Raya, for me, would be the number one. Then probably Gabriel Saliba would be the top 3 if we're saying an Arsenal player should have won Player of the Year. Then moving further forward in the 10, or whatever we're doing here, I'm going to put Bruno Fernandes. Oh, sake, I'm sad. It actually pisses me off that this cunt has got that 21 assists, because people are now saying, oh, he's in these... No, he's not in these conversations, man. He's not better than De Bruyne. These lot were literally saying, okay, it's time for you to go to Saudi last season when he absolutely flopped in the Europa League final. Been in another Europa League final, did fuck all in that one. The only one where he's kind of done something was the one against us, which we won, where he scored a penalty. Like that's it. Like even the one they won against us, which how the fuck did we let them fucking win a cup against us? But anyway, the one they won, even in that one, yes, don't get me wrong, they won. We were shit that day, but he was not one of their better players. You know, I just hate the little rat-faced bastard. But as much as I hate him and as much as I hate his team, you can't deny the ability of the player. And I do think people overdo that sort of thing with like the set pieces and stuff. Yes, is it probably better that someone has more open play assists? Yeah, probably is. But at the end of the day, he's assisted a goal. That's literally that's the assist thing done. So yeah, he's in the team. And like I said, I'm going to have 2 wingers on this pitch. First one for me is Antoine Semenyo. Now, I know for us, he's been mainly just a player who gets goals. I do think when he first came in, Doku was injured for a bit, if I'm remembering correctly. So Semenyo played off the left mostly. And I think that's when he was at his best, even for us, in terms of just general game. I think he was a bit more... He was just a bit more involved just outside of scoring goals in the game. You know, he was a bit more of a threat. Still being decent on the right, but, you know, he's mainly been, you know, that kind of not really do anything and then step up with a big goal like he did in the cup final against Chelsea, for instance. And I think also, looking back at his time at Bournemouth, I know they've done well since he left, but, you know, he was doing very well there as well, so... And he was playing off the left there. I think pretty self-explanatory that he gets in. And I know people might argue Doku for the left wing. I get it, I do get it, and I think he has been very good in the games for us, particularly at the end of the season. He had some games at the start of the season, like against United, like against Liverpool. But I think for consistency across the whole season, Semenyo, okay, you can argue about his overall play, but at Bournemouth, he was definitely a threat as well as scoring goals. With us, at the start, he was a threat with scoring goals. Now he's just turned into kind of a goal scorer. But, you know, he's been consistent throughout the whole season, so he gets in for me at left wing, because I think that's his best position, really. And then on the right, I'm going with Cherky. I mean, I just love this man. Now, don't get me wrong, there has been a couple of occasions. Like, I remember we played that game against Burnley, and we were 1-0 up, and we're looking to get a few goals and stuff. And he goes down the line, and instead of just, like, fucking booting it across or, like, passing it, you know, just sort of passing it across, he flicked it up and then tried crossing it, and it was soft as shit and it went to the keeper. I think shit like that, sometimes, obviously, I mean, I'm being a bit harsh here because when it works, you know, I'm glazing hard, let's be real. But sometimes when it doesn't work, you know, you think, okay, mate, just keep it simple. Maybe that's something that he could get out of his game, but at the end of the day, You want to see these type of players that take that risk, and that goal against Arsenal, that gave us fucking hope. That little run that we went on when he was playing fucking amazing as well, that gave me so much. I actually thought we were going to do it. I actually thought we were going to claw it back and we're going to go on a mad run. Fuck's sake. But yeah, as much as his output has been very good this season, I know his matches played is quite high, but a lot of those games are off the bench. Like, you look at his minutes, it's not that much in comparison to the actual matches he's played. But also, I think he's one of those players that doesn't need to score, doesn't need to assist. Okay, maybe not other fans noticing, but he can influence the game without doing that. Like, I remember there was a game where we played against Palace. Now, I think he technically got an assist, but that was just kind of a layoff to Foden, and Foden scored a really good goal. But in that game, we were 1-0 up. Palace were threatening quite a lot in that game, and he was the one player that every time he got the ball, I was like, okay, he's trying to do something. He was trying to do something, and that's what we need. That's what we need. Someone who doesn't need to get a goal or assist and can just step up and help provide for the team. So I think he definitely deserves to get in at right wing.